Well, good evening, YouTubers. Mile Marker Mike coming at you. Anyway, I haven't posted any of my YouTube in the last week and a half because I've been taking the course on Photoshop to try and come up with better thumbnails. It definitely was something that needed to be worked. Anyway, I'm almost all done with that, but I do have enough understanding of it now that I can start doing my thumbnails. So hopefully my posts will be a little bit more easier on the eyes, or catch people to maybe click in and see some of my stuff. But anyway, I won't be too long-lived on this introduction, but I'm going to continue doing this at the beginning of my video, kind of give you a heads up or a little idea of where we're at and where we're going. I'm at Tucumcari in this episode 4. I'm getting ready to leave. I'm leaving the Tristar Inn and Express, going down the main road, Route 66, through the heart of Tucumcari. I'll be heading over to the truck stop. I think it's Love's, just right off Highway 40. Gonna get fuel, get some ice for my cup, and you'll see that we'll be getting on I-40 heading toward Albuquerque. Anyway, episode 3 was a little bit long, but I had to get to Tucumcari. I try to keep it as short as possible. I'm gonna try and keep down to 35 minutes from here on out. Anyway, I'm going to post at the bottom of the restaurants, Dell's restaurant, Kicks on 66, breakfast place, really good food. Unless you get there real early, it's going to be a wait. It took me almost an hour just to get my meal. So if you're in a hurry, maybe another small restaurant down the road would probably be better for you, but it's kind of cool. You'll see all the memorabilia and all the pictures all around the restaurant itself, and I just thought I would kind of share that with you, kind of some cool things while we're there. But anyway, let's get to the episode 4, and let's get rolling down the highway, get heading toward Arizona where the big stuff is. Anyway, Mile Marker Mike signing off. Thanks for being along on this ride.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Tucumcari. I try to do like about 400 or 500 miles when I'm traveling. I've just been finding some little out of the way places. This particular motel is just a place to sleep. Got a big old windmill in the background. Anyway, you know, it cost me about, with tax and everything, about $63. And it was a pretty good room. TV worked really good. And Tucumcari, there is a lot of places that have shut down, probably due to COVID. And so anyway, yesterday, coming from Wichita to Greensburg, I had light rain all the way to Greensburg from Wichita, and After that, I got out of that, but then the winds kicked up, temperatures went up. I had crosswinds that were crazy, 30-mile-an-hour crosswinds until I got into Liberal, and then I was able to go head into it. So I had the headwinds all the way here, so my gas mileage probably wasn't anywhere near what it could have been. Today we got 9-mile-an-hour winds with a gust to 12, which is way better than 18 to 20 gusts into 24 to 30. So this next leg of my trip, we're going into Winslow, Arizona, and I have some family there that I'll be staying with. Jim and Sherman is leaving Wichita this morning. They have Sherman has a trailer that he's loading his bikes up, and they're going to ride him up or drive him up. And his trailer is self-contained, so we're going to be sleeping in it. It's got air conditioning, heating, and everything. Workshop, workbench, so if we have any motorcycle issues, we can deal with it. Unfortunately, it was 6 inches too short for me to be able to get my bike in behind theirs. I'm retired, so I thought, well, I'd rather ride anyway. So, and it's been a good ride except for the wind. So even though I'm a biker, I go long distance. I'm kind of like a fair weather biker, kind of like I can't deal with too heavy weather. But anyway, this place has got a pool. There was only about maybe 7 people spending the night here last night. They seemed to did pretty good during the summer, but now that school's in session, things have kind of dried up. So if you're going to travel, do it probably now. There's a restaurant right down the road. There was a YouTube that I was watching about, I pulled up, it said best places to eat in Tucumcari, and there's a place down the road from where I'm at called Dell's Restaurant, and I tell you what, I had their chicken fried steak, super good. They've been here for 50 years. I've driven through here so many times over the years, and I've always stopped at the truck stop for some wet chicken tenders and wedges. If I would have known that restaurant was here, I would definitely have stopped every time. So anyway, when you come through Tucumcari, got good places to stay for the price. Really cool places here that are nostalgic, back to the 60s, the way it used to be. And great restaurant, Dell's. There's a Chinese restaurant here as well, but I haven't heard how good that is, so I'll have to do some research on that, probably post it in this video. It's been a good time. Going to be getting on the road. Albuquerque is about 2.5 hours on I-40, and we'll kind of catch you on the flip-flop. So far it's been pretty good, and we're just about to get our tour started, going all over Arizona and New Mexico, Grand Canyon, Monument Valley, Mexican Hat. I don't know about my co-riders, but I'm gonna stop off in Madrid, New Mexico. That's where they film Wild Hogs. I want to get a video picture of my bike parked in front of the restaurant Maggie's that was in the movie. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna get on the road and get the heck out of here and get some road between us and get to the way we're going. Struggling right now, so how's it going? Just doing some circles. I got a YouTube channel, so I kind of show people where I stay and give them a heads up, places to stay and stuff.
You're okay with that?
Okay.
Was your room okay?
Everything was excellent. Enjoyed it. Everything was good. Plan on stopping by here on my way through next time, and And I got some friends that are coming down through Wichita, so we're gonna, when we start doing rides through this area, you know, I highly recommend to stay here. And so if it looks kind of funny, I'm going around circles. I got my GoPro on the back of my bike, and I got one right here, and so.
Oh, that's the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I tell people if they want to be on my channel, they get that 3 seconds of fame. So if I happen to got you on here, then I'll take you off. But if you don't, if you want to be on there, it don't matter. Okay. Well, it's good staying with you, and we'll see you again probably. All right. Well, take care. I hope business picks up for you.
Well, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, this is the place that I stayed at. Big shout out. They did a good job. Good place to stay. Just your average little motel. Anyway, that was the owner manager of the place. I just told him he's probably wondering why I'm going in circles around his business. I was trying to get some more video to put on my YouTube, but I just let him know that I really enjoyed the room. Everything was good, and plan on staying with him in the future. So trying to help him out. Maybe my channel will convince people that come through Tucumcari to give him a opportunity to kind of help keep in business. Plus, price is good. There's some fancier places down here that you can check out, but you're gonna pay for it, 100 to 130 bucks a night. So if you're just looking for, especially bikers, if you're looking for a place just to lay your head, the bed was comfortable, TV was good, air conditioning worked fine. No complaints whatsoever. I'm just gonna video through here on my back direction so you can see the main street, get a full deal of it. It's easier to deal with. $78 degrees. It's a cool place. Okay, gonna get gas, and then there's the highway right over there. We'll get on. Got gas, went to the bathroom real quick. We're still in Tucumcari. We're at the truck stop, which is Flying J. They have Loves across the way. For those that have driven this route, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna get on I-40. Double check everything. I found it's easier to put my power pack in my pocket. Sometimes I get up and I'll have my power pack in my cup holder. Then I'll go get off and forget to unhook, and then it's like I'm gonna jack something up if I keep doing that. Okay, once we get on the highway, I'll sign off. I did some aft video. I'll just do it through towns. I'm not going to do it on the highway. I had a mount back there that cracked on me. Came that close to losing my GoPro. Be nice to travel like that. Okay, here we go on Highway 40. This is where it can get crazy sometimes, the way people drive so fast.
Why does it feel like a monster's chasing me? It's summertime back in 1993. I untangled the wires, and it took quite some time. But when I hit the switch, there you stood. We were miles apart, but then I traveled through the dark, following lights that led to you. Why does the world make us wait the way it does? I wonder why. 17 feels like 1891, and I'm hoping that my scars don't scare you away, that you see good in my face. I still loved you and life wasn't real. We were miles apart, but then I traveled through the dark, following lights that led.
I'm gonna tell you something. I've been doing this 43 years. I'm making more freaking money now. Normally these loads pay $2 a mile, right? That's average. $6.36 a mile is what they're paying now.
$6.36.
It's just unreal at the freight rates we're getting. And the company is kicking us back on the fuel. It's only costing me like $1.50 for fuel, and the company is absorbing the rest of that. So it's, but there's a big shortage of trucks, you know, and truck
Well,
drivers.
and truck drivers, I mean, there's such a big demand for them and everything, and a lot of people say that, why can't we get workers? And it's like, a lot of people don't want to put up with getting the shot, or maybe the mask thing, or something like that, you know, so.
Yeah, and a lot of them, like the restaurant industry, they're making more money staying home than they do come to work, so they're just staying at home. But that
Well,
money's going to play out, so.
That's gotten crazy. I mean, I can't go to a restaurant anymore without, like, I was up to Idaho and back, and I was almost to Rock Springs, and I stopped at this truck stop, and usually I get a big chicken fried steak, and it was the tiniest little patty ever, mashed potatoes and a little bit of vegetable and a piece of pie, and I paid $23.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That's just the going price anymore. It's expensive to eat out. It is.
and the shipping containers are $20,000. Those shipping containers, they go on the ships. They're usually about $3,400 to $4,000 is the average cost. You use a shipping container to bring your product over
Right.
across the ocean. Now they're going for like 20 grand. So
I have no idea what's going to happen. We've got everything in order at my house. Everything's paid for, and we're just
that's the way I am.
stocking money now.
You know, I try to buy everything cash if I buy it, and my
Right.
house, I had the opportunity with my company to be able to work a lot of overtime, so I paid my house off in 7 years. That was back before any of this even come close to happening.
Right.
But and the other thing too is I'm from Kansas, so a lot of the house has been relatively affordable. And ever since Illinois governors and California and Michigan and all these other assholes have been treating their people like they have been and everything, they all said, I've had enough. And they're coming to Kansas. And we used to be joked about on the Tonight Show about flyover states, we're a bunch of hicks. And now I'm finding all these high society people moving in. And my house has went from 100, well, I bought it 20 years ago for about 106, 110. And it got as high as 140, but in this last year and a half, it went to $250,000.
Oh my God.
So,
It's unreal.
And I could sell it, and I'll probably get more for it.
You could, but where would you go? You know, it would cost you that much money to go somewhere else. So.
You know, the weird thing is I have a pretty nice house, and a friend of mine asked me, since you're retired, wouldn't you think about moving back to Idaho Falls, Idaho? And I says, well, I'm looking on the Zillow thing, and a little shack up in Idaho right now is $250,000.
Golly.
A little one bedroom with one bath, no basement. You're lucky if you get a garage. Just a little tiny. If you can imagine the worst housing area in your city, that's what Idaho is selling stuff up there for.
Insane. I live in Panama City, Florida. I live on the beach. We're lucky. We bought a house there 18 years ago before prices got stupid, you know. But I'm in the same boat. We could sell ours and have a lot of money, but where would you go? You know, it would take that much money to go somewhere else.
Well, I even looked at Florida and stuff, and they're putting up these little tiny 1,000, 1,200 foot houses, you know, like a trailer court type thing, and selling for $150, $175 now. Yeah. So you guys get to drive as much as you want, or do they have you limited to so many hours a day?
No, you can only drive 11 hours a day.
11.
Yeah, ever since they come out with this new electronic ELD, electronic logbook, I mean, they check, they know where you are and how long you stay. You have to take one 30-minute break every day, and you can only drive 11 hours a day. And that's it. Then you got to take a 10-hour break. And you can only drive 70 hours in an 8-day week.
It's interesting when you say that, because the guy I was talking to that travels, takes fuel to truck stops and stuff, he was saying that he literally cannot have a sandwich in the truck while he's driving, or even drink water, because I guess there's some kind of rule driving a fuel truck that you're being distracted off the road or something. So it's like, so that means I'm gonna be stopped, because he's like 63, 64. So he says, I got a little bit of weak bladder. I'll be stopping a lot then, because he can't make his loads because he's stopping all the time to get something to eat or drink or take a leak or whatever. So.
Yeah, you gotta have somewhere to stop. It's unreal. So, all right, well, I got to get going. Good talking to you. Good luck to you. Nice back.
Yeah, I got another 3,500 more miles in 10 days. That's what. Altogether, I have 5,000 down in 10 days. So
You'll have fun. It's good. My brother-in-law and my sister bought a Gold Wing like that when they were younger. They went all over the United States. They didn't have any trouble. They would put tires on it. That's it. So
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, this thing's been really good, except the air filter. It sucks trying to change that out because it's way down in here and you got to take half the bike apart to get to it.
Just for the air filter?
Wow. But that's the only drawback. But my wife, she doesn't. Well, I'm 6'4", so I had to raise the seat 3 inches and cut it back 4 inches so you can see how much room's left.
Not much.
So I told her, I says, well, if you really want to go, and she hates humidity and heat and wind. So I said, if you did want to go, I said, I could get a Can-Am Spider. That's new ones have a longer seat, so we could fit on it.
Right.
So depends on what she wants to do, whatever. But so far, she's happy staying home and doing puzzles. I said, okay, I'm in Iowa. This is my 3rd Maine trip this year, so I'll see it. And then last year coming through New Mexico sucked because the governor, man, it's like there's no rest stops to stop at. You go into the cities and you would have to do drive-through and then trying to find a bathroom. I had to literally go up to a cop and I said, is there a place around here you use a bathroom? My wife's about ready to pee her pants and stuff. Well, if you got a membership at Costco, they got theirs open. And it's like, why the hell can't you have bathrooms open? Or if it's such a big deal, why don't you have porta potties all over the place or something?
Yeah, you would think.
So
no, they won't let us park on the ramp. You can't, or nobody can. You can't park on the ramps in New Mexico. Nowhere. You got to get in the rest area to go to park or the truck stop.
For love of Pete. Well, I better let you go. I'm a gift for gab. I like talking to people like yourself to learn a little bit about what's going on in the world.
Yeah,
And I've got a YouTube channel, so I've been downloading stuff. So when I come across people and talk about different things, then I kind of add that to it and stuff, you know, and see what's going on in the world and good places to eat or good places to stop for gas, you know, that sort of thing.
Russell's is a real good place to eat. Back on the other side of the state, Russell's Car Museum. Did you see that? It's just across the Texas line, coming across 40 there.
Oh, right after you come through Amarillo?
Yeah,
Before you get to Texas? Oh, wait a minute, before you get to New Mexico?
Yeah, New Mexico. But it's across the border, and it's in New Mexico, but it's Russell. It's up on the right-hand side. And they've got a huge car museum in there. If you go back that way, stop. I got pictures of cars. I stop in there quite a bit. And they've just got all kind of old antique stuff. Toys, books. The guy owns like 3 truck stops. And he's got everything from a 58 Corvette to a C5 Corvette. He's just got Mustangs. He's got...
Okay, well, you talked me into it. I guess on my way back, I'll be coming this way in 10 days. I'll have to take that route on the way back and check it out.
If you're going across 40, right before you get to the Texas state line, I wish I could remember the mile marker. I can't. It seems like it's the 294 or something like that. But anyway, it's Russell's fuel stop. I mean, it's a big truck stop and cars. They got a great restaurant in there too.
Okay.
Oh man, they got really good food. But you would enjoy it. I mean, I could go in there and spend a couple hours just looking at all the stuff, you know, and they don't charge you a penny. They've got a donation cup up there, and he feeds the hungry people with it. So,
oh, that's sweet.
Win-win, yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
All right, I got to get home. Good talking to you.
All right, good talking to you too. I guess a trucker there is telling me about Russell's restaurant. It's at mile marker 369. That is between just as you come into the New Mexico border. Mile marker 369. They have a spectacular car museum. They got a really good restaurant, real reasonable. The guy caters to whatever donations you give to feeding the hungry. And that was a really good visit. I got almost 9 minutes on my GoPro. I was actually able to check my GoPro for almost 9 minutes to make sure it's working good. Just having a conversation with him, so you guys get to be part of the conversation. But anyway, some of the other things that he talked about was sometimes when these guys are going cross country, they've been finding places where they don't have any diesel, What's worse is getting parts, like just simple things like an air filter, fuel filters, oil for their trucks when they need an oil change. Some of these truck drivers are driving way past their oil limit just because they can't get the oil. Well, I tell you what, Biden, man, you really got this country jacked up. All right, coming down.
I'm done searching now. We were miles apart, but then I traveled through the dark, following lights that led to you. We were hours away, lighting every match up as we prayed, hoping for any kind of change. I'm done searching now.
If I get down under half, I ain't gonna run the risk. Worst case scenario, I put a couple gallons in and keep going. So I'm saying, you travel in those fancy motorhomes and travel trailers and look at the kind of crap you gotta park at. It ain't worth it to me. Okay, I'm at Klein's Corners. Just got off the phone talking to Sherman. They're at the Oklahoma border. They just left Kansas. That truck looks too tall for them to even be able to put anything up on it. I bet they're drinking some fuel on that thing with that raised roof or the raised truck. And big tires. I put a little bit bigger on my Suburban. I lost about 1.5 miles to gallon. So I can't imagine what they lost on that. You can see the wind. It is kicking. Man, I'd give anything for some nice, cool, calm air. Split hairs anymore on gas prices, because I tell you what. I could be one of the lucky ones.
Don't say, darling, 'cause you'll fake it. Don't hide the tears, 'cause I know you're breaking. All this love and all this pain you've given. All this love and all this pain, you bring them from another world.
Another tear just burst from the side of your eye. And I know what you're saying, and I know it's a fucking lie. All this world, damn lie. All this pain and those fine eyes.
All this love and all this
down your defenses. You are safe here now in the Father's love. Rest your heart, let the mercy take you over. You are home here now in the Father's love. Never will I walk away, for nothing brings me pleasure more than just to sit and stay close to you. Every morning when you wake, you'll see my light still shining, and you know you're safe here in the Father's love. Your heart, let the mercy take you over. You are home here now in the Father's love. Never will I